This Family Life News podcast is made possible by the support of listeners like you.
Hi, I'm Bob Price, and this is a Family Life News special report. For over 5 years now, Roger Woodruff of Alfred Station, New York, has been collecting Christian literature in a hand-built chapel all over New York and Pennsylvania. That collection drive lasts about a month at each location. And this month, his chapel is parked right outside Family Life headquarters near Bath, so folks can drop off Bibles, books, and other forms of Christian literature to benefit the less fortunate all over the world. I spoke with Woodruff recently about why he's so passionate about his ministry and how it got started anyhow. Here's more of our conversation.
Someone donated a trailer for us, a little 4x8 trailer, and we thought originally we'd just park a trailer at churches and they could clean out their libraries, and pastors who aren't using their materials could just put it in the trailer. And we thought, well, it would be kind of cute if we made it look like a chapel. So That's kind of how it started.
So let our listeners know what sort of stuff they could donate if they so desire.
Well, Bibles, really used new Bibles. The place where we send them is Love Packages in Butler, Illinois, and they're kind of a clearinghouse for Christian materials, and they have a bookbinder there. So Bibles in any kind of condition, even if they're only parts of Bibles. The missions that they send these to, some of them have virtually nothing.
If you would, just share why God has been so gracious in blessing this ministry that you have.
Well, of course, people have been very generous as far as giving and getting this material out to the places in the third world countries where they're needed. We will collect materials until we get about a ton or so, and then send them out on a freight carrier we contract with.
CDs, DVDs, Blu-ray discs, do you take that sort of stuff as well?
Yeah, we don't take any VHS tapes, but DVDs, CDs, Blu-ray, they're all useful.
So tell us a little bit more, Roger, about the place where all this goes to, Love Packages in Butler, Illinois.
Okay, some ministries kind of started grassroots. A pastor over there had decided that some of the materials that were sitting around in his home were just not being used. You know, they're kind of things that you don't want to throw away, a Bible. So he asked some of his missionary friends if they could be used overseas, and he said, of course, send us all you can. So they've grown to the point where now they have 2 locations in the United States, and they send out approximately 40 tons a week in shipping containers that are then sent overseas to 7 distribution points.
I think I counted 7 Bibles in my home. If you would just talk to that, how we as Americans take for granted having the Word of God available at our fingertips, quite literally, whereas there's many places where it's hard to get your hand on a Bible.
Yeah, Love Packages in Butler, Illinois have a couple of videos, YouTube videos, that are really a good thing to look at to get a feeling for what's needed. There are stories of pastors that are preaching out of dollar store New Testaments. They have nothing else. So, yeah, it's materials that are really useful, really needed in those countries.
Any stories in particular about how this ministry has blessed people you don't even know all over the world?
Well, only God knows, and we may know at some point when we get to heaven. But we do get some feedback. Most of the feedback is just from the newsletter at Love Packages.
You're right on the side of the highway. You can't miss it. Look for the little chapel as you're driving by Family Life headquarters all during the month of July. Drop off Bibles, tracts, books, magazines, Sunday school supplies. I just got to ask, Roger, why do you do what you do? I'm sure you've got a lot of other things in your life going on. Why invest so much time into this?
Well, we started a website back about 20 years ago, Photos for Souls, and we got calls from people or emails and said, we would like Bibles, we would like Christian materials. And kind of expensive to send it out. But when people ask for these kinds of things and you have it in your hand to give, you just do. So we're just led by the Lord to do that. So
I don't know if it was last year, you had to make a couple trips with all the people that donated here at Family Life. You filled the chapel up a couple of times. So that's what we're hoping. Fill the chapel.
Right. And if you have materials you can't get to Family Life or one of the locations we're going to be at, and you can see where we are on our website, photosforsouls.com, and just go to the link, Traveling Chapel. That tells you where we are. And if you can't get to those locations, just give us a call. There's a phone number there, and we'll come and pick them up.
Clean out your closet and spread the gospel. That's Roger Woodruff of Alfred Station. His hand-built traveling chapel is collecting Christian literature throughout the month of July in the parking lot of Family Life headquarters near Bath. So look for the chapel all this month and help out Christians in need all over the world. You can learn more about Woodruff's ministry at photosforsouls.com. That's photosforsouls.com. I'm Bob Price, and this is the Noon Report on Family Life.
Thank you for listening to this Family Life News podcast. If you've been encouraged by what you've heard, please share it with others and click the subscribe button to automatically receive future episodes. Family Life is a listener-supported ministry. Podcasts like this are made possible by your financial partnership. Find out more at familylife.org.